On my manifesto is economic security. We'll give you a copy. Because no nation can survive without economic security. But to go to specifics, one, I told you before that everybody regards Oyo State as a dirty state, and we have to we will turn that garbage into economic products. Through recycling, garbage can be converted to silica, which is used in building houses. In addition to that, we can create a lot of jobs by bringing industrialists who can recycle all these products. You can turn waste into good materials. In addition to being turned to silica, it can be used as fertilizers. We have people already on the ground, they go to use and breathe. Nigerians, not foreigners, who are serving other countries, who are ready to come to Oyo State because of what I'm doing. Now, go Dr. Hamilton, if you survive and succeed in a hopeless environment, we will follow you. They are coming. So that's one way. Two, massive development of roads. We're not going to go big canals to anybody. This must be durable road by direct labor. Now we pull a lot of young men and women who are cutting themselves, who are going to do violence to get jobs. We're not going to do it alone. No government anywhere in the world can do it alone. We're going to encourage public enterprise through investor-friendly environment, i.e. provision of water supply and electricity that I told you. Without those, nobody can do anything. We have to do that as a matter of urgency and become government of Oyo State. So those people will come. In addition to that, I've traveled around Oyo State, all the local government. We have valuable lands. Senator Ajimami was correct on the issue of agriculture. It's the largest employer of labor in the world. Our people have run away from the farms. They are now in Lagos. They are now in Ibadan. Nobody wants to, go into farming again. We will make it conducive to people. Those arable lands, Oyo Central or Kiru, we will bring industrialists from all over the world, knowing who they are working with, to come and develop lands as well as industry for us. And above all, let me say this to you. We have a lot of parking facilities that need to be done in Oyo State because we are looking for specifics. I was coming from UI today. It took me almost about 40 minutes to get here because of our groups that are parked on the other side. When we bring new parking facilities and any car that is parked on the road will be towed immediately. Those are revenue generating ventures that we can use for young adults and youth who are coming from university who are not getting jobs. So, as I said earlier before, building of new roads, provision of water supply and electricity, agriculture and farming, and private sector involvement. Because no government anywhere in the world can do it alone. But you cannot do it without those two items on the agenda: security of life and property, electricity and water. And with your cooperation, and by the grace of Almighty God, if you support labor, because that's your party. Other governors have done it before. AD has built. This is a new man on the block. Help me and I will help for your state.
By the grace of God, the current policy thrust of my government will be to engage everybody productively. By the grace of God, today we have a situation where graduates of universities and other tertiary institutions over the last 5 years have not gotten jobs to do. The situation is so bad that today most of our graduates have had to contend with illiterates in doing Okada job, unfortunately. By the grace of God, when I get to government within the first month, I will ensure that we register all graduates of all tertiary institutions to know their number. Secondly, we will do an entrepreneurship training or workshop for them to know what each of them can do. They will be required to provide feasibility report as to what they can do, and by the grace of God, government would assist them to establish houses, building, companies, which they will do. Today, all of us use pants, we use handkerchiefs, we use singlets, we use socks, we use biros, our children use pencils and erasers and so on. All of these things are brought from China, unfortunately. I believe that with the large number of well-educated people in this state, we will be able to engage them productively. So in two respects, I believe that we will be able to raise the internal generated revenue. For now, the money that comes in from the federation account, into Oyo State monthly is about 3.5 billion. That translates to about 42 billion in the month. On IGR, for now, it's about between 2 billion and 2.5 billion, 2.2 billion. And if you add all of that together, in a year, Oyo State makes close to 80 billion naira, into its coffers. Unfortunately, because of the level of corruption, a lot of contracts are inflated, a lot of monies are being stolen, even at points of payments in cash offices, through so many devious means. I would, for example, I would ensure that all monies that come into Oyo State, either through fund allocation, account allocations, or internal generated revenue would, be incorruptibly kept and utilized. I trust that by the grace of God, within months of my coming to power, I will be able to double the internal generated revenue, in Oyo State to about 2 billion. And the ways to do it are simple. To start with, we have a lot of ghost workers in service, which we understand from investigations are even sanctioned by people high up in government offices. This is very, very unfortunate. Secondly, we would ensure that the due process office in Oyo State is want to conclude by saying there's a lot of money in Oyo State with 80 billion naira for a population of 5.4 million people. We won't be able to go places, particularly in the areas of employment generation and in areas of small and medium scale industries. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. Wade.
This will be about the 10th time I'll be talking about wealth creation and employment generation, particularly the issue of recycling of waste. One day I sat down in my sitting room and I was thinking about the problem of waste in Oyo State. And I prayed to God, and God said to me, until waste becomes sources of wealth creation and employment generation, it cannot stop in Oyo State. And he gave me an instant. He said, look at the Coca-Cola cup. That anytime they have their bonanza, it seems flying around the street. That is when you give Coca-Cola bottle to hold people, they keep it in their pocket, they put it in their pocket to go and search for it later when they need it. If the man in Orita Mary and knows that the public, the government leave, that when he takes it somewhere, he will use it to make money, he will not do it on the ground. There are companies on the ground already using those things we see as literacy already in their process, in their industrial process. The pure life, the pure water sachet that they throw around all over the place. There's a company using it in Lagos. The company recycles it and packages it and puts chemical and becomes an instrument for mopping up oil spillage. If you throw it on water, it will begin to mop up the oil on the water. Also, on the ground, we know there are companies on the ground, Asia Plastics, Black Horse, using waste plastics for their finished goods. The fashion chairs we are sitting on, they were made from waste plastics. And what we are going to do is create the enabling environment. And I've been faced with 4 companies who are into waste recycling that will work together, have a kind of PPP by a private-public partnership together. They will now create jobs at different levels so that some people will be involved in gathering the waste, some people will be involved in grinding the waste, and others will be involved in taking it to the necessary source. Not only that, under agriculture, we are going to boost export. Like I said, within the first 3 years of administration, the minimum of 10,000 youths will become millionaires by exposing them to international companies that need our local raw materials for their industry to run there. We are going to also embark on what we call import substitution. Instead of bringing the finished product to Nigeria, we are going to ensure
the fabric of the society.